In this video, I'm going to show you the perfect Facebook ads audience size. This is a question that I get asked quite often, and it's something that you need to know. It's by far one of the biggest parts when running Facebook ads. You don't want to have your audience either too big or too small when you're going down this path. This is something that can be quite confusing, but it's important that you get this right. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the perfect audience size, whether you're running a product or a service that is international or on a more local level. My name is Travis John, founder of Enlight Digital Ad Agency, where we specialize in Facebook advertising. So just a few things before we start. If you haven't yet, feel free to join my free Facebook Ads Help group on Facebook. In that group, you can get all your questions answered when it comes to Facebook advertising. You can find that link in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on as I release trainings on a consistent basis when it comes to Facebook advertising. Okay, so we're here at my computer screen. So let's get right into this. Now, when we're looking at having the perfect audience size, it all depends on where you're marketing your products or your services. So usually I like to split this up into three different categories: the local level, the national level, and then the international level. So say you have a restaurant in Miami, right? And you're targeting people that are into fine dining. So you have a fancy restaurant, right? Now, when I'm targeting people here, I want to make sure my audience size is at least 250,000 people, right? And it says here I have 310,000 in this area for the interest fine dining 18 plus. So that's good. Now, if it went any lower than that, if it went lower than 250,000, that's when I'll start adding even more interest to this, so I can go ahead and boost that up, because I want to have a good size audience when I'm marketing in a local area, so that when I'm scaling up my ads, I get more reach, and then I don't get ad fatigue. And ad fatigue, pretty much what it is when too many people see your ads over and over again, right? Once somebody sees your ads at least like 10 times, that's when the fatigue will start to kick in, and now they won't be responsive to your ads, right? So we want to make sure we have a good size audience, at any level, but especially at the local level at this point in time. We want to make sure you have a good audience size, right? And if you're not able to reach the 250, right, then just take off the interest, and that's easy. All you gotta do is just click it off here, and your interest will go way up. So in this case, Miami, I get to target 3 million people for my restaurant, but it's probably not the best targeting for this niche. So say you're in a niche that's a lot smaller. So say you're in a sewing niche, just an example, just off the top of my head, right? I'm gonna get an audience size of only 87,000 people. That's not enough. That's not giving enough data to Facebook so that they can optimize better for your ads. So I can just take that off and market as much people, or maybe I'll just find some other interests, here that maybe could help, like fashion design. That might help a bit better, in our targeting. Say I went it to 1.2 million. So that's pretty much on the local level. You're gonna make sure that you're targeting at least 250,000 people. And if you don't, just take off the interest or just find other targeting options so that Facebook can optimize a bit better. And one thing I want you guys to keep in mind, using the interest should be only just temporary. Yeah, you can keep using interest over time, but Facebook usually recommends that we get to the lookalike phase as fast as possible. And of course, I have other videos that go over how to set up lookalikes and how to use those to get even better results with Facebook advertising, right? That's what I usually do. I go to lookalikes as fast as possible. So this is just if you're barely starting out with ads and you have zero data, right? This is how I would start it, right? But like I said, you can always use interest, but I generally want to move into lookalikes a bit faster. Now, the next step, or the next audience I want to focus on, is the national level. So these are people that are like in a country. Okay, so just think of this. If you're marketing your product just to the United States, just to UK, just to Australia, or just to Canada, right? Or any other country that you might be in, right? So those are the national ads. Now, when we look at the national ads, we want to usually stay between the 1 million and 2 million range, right? That's a good indication that our audience is good. In this case, for when I'm marketing here, social media marketing, I'm getting 4 million. So I actually want to go ahead and play with the ranges, right, to get that down, right? Maybe I can maybe try some different interests, maybe like social media or anything else. Maybe like small business owners, that might be a good one for me as well. 1.7, see how it went down. So I want to go ahead and experiment until I get into the 1 to 2 million people reach range. And the cool thing about Facebook, they tell you right here if your audience definition is either specific or is broad. So this is a good indication if you're right where you need to be. So if you're here too specific, it's not good. And if you're too broad, obviously it's not good. So we want to make sure that we're here in the green. So right now, just by making that small adjustment, I'm right in the green. Now on the international level, it's a bit different. With this audience, you want to make sure you're targeting a quite large size of audience. Usually, if you go below 2 million, it's not good. So you want to go ahead and focus between 2 million and 10 million, right? That right there is the sweet spot. Because like I said, guys, when you're doing lookalikes, what Facebook gives you in the lookalikes is between 2 million to 10 million people anyways, right? So they know that that's a good amount of people that you can target for your advertising, right? And one thing I want to mention as well, I don't mind if this goes above 10 million. If it goes to 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, even up to 100 million, but I usually don't want to pass the 100 million mark, right? Of course, if I can get it to like 20 million for my interest and below, 10 usually is the best. I'm okay with that, but I'm okay with going above that as well. That doesn't matter, because the one thing I want to mention as well is Facebook optimizes really quick. Just like in the first day, they start optimizing your ad and they know who to send your audience. Your traffic to, right? So they're only showing, say you have an audience size of 100,000 people, right? It's only going to show about 10% of those people that ad, right? So what? 10,000 people, right? So Facebook is really smart when it comes to that. They have a bunch of data. They know where to send your ads. So one thing I want to point out as well, campaigns struggle with low audiences. If you have a really small audience, your ads would struggle. And the reason why is because Facebook doesn't have enough people to show your ad. So you have to have the perfect audience size, right? The perfect, range in audience to make sure that your ads optimize for a very long time. Okay, so just to wrap up, on the local level, you want to be at the 250,000 mark, right? On the national level, you want to be between 1 to 2 million. International, 2 million to 10 million. And like I said, if you go above that on any of these categories, I'm not too concerned, but just try to get as close as possible to those audience sizes as you can. It will increase your results. Like I said, guys, get your data as fast as possible using interest, but move into the lookalike phase as fast as possible. It will make your life easier, and it will also reduce your ad cost. Like I said, I have a video that I did on how to create your lookalike audiences. I recommend that you go ahead and check that out. If you're worried about audience size or any of those other things, I recommend to hire my Facebook ad agency. We have a proven track record of running successful campaigns. So go ahead, book a free one-on-one call so that I can learn more about your business and you can learn more about our services. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel with notifications on so that I can notify you when I drop my next video.